So again, welcome back. So in today's session, we'll be talking about two important things. That is nothing but how to bring the concept of filtering. Okay, so filtering in the sense we might have seen in yesterday's class that someone has asked me a question ki, sir, can I bring two different Excel sheets and can I work together? And there may be chances that if I am trying to change in one particular sheet, does the effect happens on the second sheet and all this stuff. Okay, so that is about the filtering, and we'll talk about that particular case also. And along with that, we will be talking about another important topic that is nothing but called as cards. So in the cards, we have already, I think in yesterday's class, I have given you a little bit introductory part about the cards. So now, what is the main role of the card is nothing but suppose example. Let me analyze, or this is one view where I just want to know what is the number of sales or maybe profits, or what is the total number of quantity in a particular state. Maybe like suppose example, if I click on the California, you can see here the total number of sales, the total profit, and the quantity has been changed. So how so this type of interaction will be very useful, where we can try to give the overall explanations or something to the other person, right? So how to bring this particular cards into the picture. Okay, so for that particular reason, I'll take my new sheet again over here. I'll do one thing, I'll delete all my existing sheets. Okay, so now this is a default sheet. I have just clicked on the sheet, and there is an option called as 123 here. There is an option called as card. So you can simply click on this particular card. Okay, so this is about what to call it as a simple basic card. Now what I want to do with this particular card is, now let's assume that I just want to have the overall sales or maybe overall profit or overall quantity. Let's assume like this. Okay, so for that particular reason, definitely one card I'll be using for knowing the total number of sales. The second card I'll be using for what to call it as profit, and the last card, another card, I'll select it and I'll make it as I'll bring this particular card to that three cards. Okay, so now again, see the general category changes. You can do all the general changes, right? So now let me add some details into this. So first card, I already said you that we will be talking about sales, right? So already I have loaded my data into my data pane, and now let's bring one thing that is nothing but called as sales. So whenever you click on the cards, you can see that in the visual pane we have one thing that is nothing but called as fields. So we can add the data to this particular field. Okay, so now first we'll add sales data into this. Okay, sum of the sales, right? You know, again, why here the sum of the sales is, again, you can check this thing. You can right click it and you can check average, minimum, maximum, count. See, whatever you want it based on your things, you can go with those particular things. Okay, and suppose example, here sum of sales is there. Instead of that, I just want only sales. Okay, so the default, the name is sum of sales. Okay, I'll go with three things and I'll show you. Now this, I just want to bring some sort of profit into the picture. Okay, then I'll go with the profit. Where is the profit here? Yeah, profit, and add into the field. Okay, so this is a profit field, and this is nothing but, let's assume that quantity. So this is a quantity field. Okay, in this way I have created. Now you see, when I created this, you can keep this name, sum of sales, sum of profits, or sum of, maybe it's up to you, even if you want to change this sum or some other case. Okay, suppose if I'm making this as average. Okay, average of sales, like that, some what to call it as some title, or depends, right? So if you want to even change this average something into that, then what I can try to do is simply click on that particular field, average of the sales, and you can rename for this visual. Okay, so when you rename, you can see the average of the sales. So instead, I'll simply keep something like sales. Okay, we can keep like this, and you can see here the sales has come. In this way, you can change all these things, right? Click on it, rename the field, same story with the quantity. Okay, now there may be chances that if you want to increase what to call it as this sales or this text or sum of, okay, why this sum of the profit has not changed. Okay, now it is changed. Quantity, I have not clicked properly. Okay, so now this sales field, I click it, go to format, and in the format we have visual as well as general. So if you want category labels in the sense you can see the sales, if you are interested you can, or else you can change it. You can try to increase the size of this. Okay, made it as bold. Okay, before that what I'll do is I'll try to change the background of this particular visual. So for that, simply go to visuals, general, effects, background is white, so I'll make it as blue. Okay, and on the blue, if you want borders, you can ask visual borders. Okay, you can see here the borders, and the borders are black in color. If you want to change some color, you can change it. See, I'm giving it as red. Okay, and you can see the borders are there, but you are not able to see exact border or round borders. If you need it, you can simply click on that, go to visuals, okay, general, effects, and you can change this visual borders. Okay, round corners. Okay, you can bring these round corners into the picture and you can see now. Okay, so in this way you can try to have formats of the cards. Okay, and now suppose example there will be chances that I want this sales in some other color. Simply go to visuals, general. Okay, so anyway title is off, we no need of any title for this right now. We'll talk about only the effects. Shadow, if you want for that, even you can increase the shadow. Okay, and the shadow color, whatever the color you are interested, you can give. I'll give only the red color. Okay, whether you want that particular color outside, inside, you can change this. Okay, position bottom right, or sometimes you may have, I mean it's up to you wherever you want the shadow. Okay, and the next one is another important is the property. This is a default property pane, positions and all the stuff where you want it, advanced panes, this. Okay, right now let's go to the visual. In the category label, I'll change a little bit. I'll make some other font, and let me make this as white in color. Okay, so now this is how if you go on change, you can change it. Now suppose you see here 229.87. Okay, so this particular what to call it as representation, if you really need it, so you can simply click on the sales. Okay, you can see whenever you click on the sales, a new tab has opened, that is nothing but called as columns tab. Okay, so in the columns tab the name was sales, and you can see the data type is whole number. You can change to the decimal number or whatever, it's up to you. Okay, so if you want only the decimal number, then you can see. Okay, just a second. Sales tab, yeah, decimal. Okay, whole number, whatever. Okay, so we need decimal number, it is S. Okay, and if you want this, okay, call layouts, display units, thousands. Okay, like this you can some formattings. Maybe this time I'll use red. It's something which I'm simply taking some values. Okay, so like this, some representations in the form of thousands or whatever it is there. So in this way, we can try to format the particular card. Now, as we have already taken 3 different cards, now suppose example, whatever the card that I have spent time. See again, if I want the same thing like this here, the same size, the same things and all the stuff, definitely it will be an time consuming process. So what we can try to do is, instead of doing this, what we can do is, you can select the previous card. There is an option called as format painter. Okay, simply click on the format painter and you can click on this. Okay, so you can see the same, whatever the formats that we have done for what to call it as our sales, the same thing has been reflected over here. Okay, now the same thing I just want for this means, then same thing, go to format, you can click on this and again you can see the format options. So in this way, even formatting painter also will be useful, where we can try to save the lots of time and all the stuff. Now, coming into the point here, another important thing what I want to do is, now we have seen what is this card, but how to create the card we have seen. Now, another thing is, what is the use of this particular cards, or how to use those particular cards. So now what I'll do is, I'll introduce one important thing, that is nothing but maps into the picture. Okay, so I'll not talk more about the maps. Simply you can go over here and you can search the map. Okay, click on the map and let's try to bring some data onto the map. Okay, so already we have seen how to create this and all the stuff. So now what I'll do is, in the location, I'll simply make sure that state, and I'll try to go with bubble size. When I takes this one, definitely I have to have the values of sales. Okay, so what happens, you can see here, I have not increased the size of the bubbles and all the stuff. Okay, so simply if I click on this particular bubble, see state California, the sum of sales is 44,728. Okay, now sum of the sales is this one. See here, actually this sales, I don't know what we have changed. Once let me go to this, check it, the sales sum. Okay, because previously I have taken as what to call it as someone. Okay, so you can see here, fine, the sum of the sales is 45,728. Now we have represented here with in thousands now, so this is the change. Okay, so if you want the same thing to reflect over there, okay, see sum of the sales is 4,57,728. Of course, anyway the representation was in what to call it as in the thousands. Okay, so even if you don't want that, you can directly change that call layout. I'll simply keep auto or none. Okay, so if I keep none, definitely what happens, see the sum of sales in the California is 457728. Okay, the same thing is happening. If I choose some other, like you can see, I have chosen the Georgia, so even on the Georgia also you can see 4910. So this is a added point of bringing cards into the picture. Okay, so we no need to click on check and all the stuff. Previously, defaultly, when we don't have the default total sum of the sales, we have seen it. But in this case, what happens is, even you can try to bring such type of things into the picture and you can try to check it. And even it's not only that maps you try to bring, even you can bring some other things. I'll remove this particular map. Maybe I'll add some table. Maybe you can have some data in the form of tables and also you can view. Okay, so in the tables, I'll take something subcategory and I'll take values as sales. Okay, values as sales. Now definitely we have to increase the size of this. Values size have increased. Okay, now I just want to know the total accessories sum of sales. Okay, you can see the total accessory sum of sales is 167400. Now even simply you can see, if even you want profit, we can bring profit into the table. Okay, profit also we can bring. You can see 41926 profits, and the quantity also you can bring and you can check it. Okay, so this is how we can try to bring what to call it as cards into the picture. Okay, so category label, sorry, call out, units already have changed everything, so units is looking in different. Okay, quantity, call out none. Okay, so you can see, right? So we don't want to explore this into the picture. Okay, so you can see here detailed explanation is given. Instead of seeing from this table, yeah, this is sum of the sales is this much, sum of profits are this much for specifically for accessories. Okay, so this type of things we can try to bring with the help of what to call it as cards into the picture. So whenever we were talking about the cards, we have seen one thing that is nothing but we call these as number cards. Same way we have another important card that is nothing but called as uh, text cards are also available with us. I'll show even that also. So this is one representation of the text card. So simply if I check, I'm interested in knowing the total highest sales, which had happened, highest sales, what had happened, or most profitable things, what had happened, or most branded things, what. So in this way, if you want to represent in the form of text also, we can try to bring those particular things into the picture. So for bringing these things into the picture, now simply what I'll do is I'll bring one text card into the picture, and I'll make sure that I'll be adding the subcategory into this. Okay, so you see here for the subcategory accessories, okay, the first subcategory is a accessories actually. Okay, now suppose example if I bring any other thing also, now I'll select outside, I'll bring another card into the picture, and suppose example if I select uh, subcategory for this card also, let's assume like this. So it is giving me only the first sub category, or the second also, the default is a first subcategory only. Okay, so in the subcategory we are just worried about what is the highest sales or something like that, we just want to know it. So what we can do is instead of this will come in the alphabetical order actually. Okay, you can simply take I mean what to call it as our previous uh, previous analysis will come to know this is a default subcategory. Okay, accessories, it is in the alphabetical order, right? So categories in the sense we can represent in the form of table and we can look it, it will be very easy for us. Okay. Where is this table? Yeah, you can see here. Okay, we have almost all 17 subcategories, right? So the first default was the accessories. Now suppose example if I bring any, how many cards if you want, I can bring that many cards into the picture, but whatever I bring, the default is only the accessories. You see on the first one also, first subcategory accessories is the first subcategory. If I bring another one also, there also, okay, I'm taking only the subcategory field. In this way, okay, if I want to change this or maybe some other, so this particular will give me the first subcategory, this one will give me the last subcategory. So in that particular case, choose the card, right click it. Okay, sorry, go to values, call out, category label, no, not category label, where is the, yeah, in the fields itself we have to check. Just a second. Subcategory, see first subcategory, you click on this, first, last, count. Okay, these are the different things. You can go with the first one for that. For the second one, we can go for the last one. Okay, in between. Okay, so first subcategory was accessories. The last subcategory was tables. And maybe for the third one, some other property, that is count distinct, total count, how much are there, it has displayed that. Okay. uh, Another thing in this also, I'll bring accessories. Okay, and count. Okay, so the total count of subcategories are 9994. Only the regular count is 17. The first accessory is subcategory, and the tables is the last subcategory. So this is about what to call it as um the text cards. Okay, now what we'll try to do is I just need some formatting will do. Formatting in the sense, even with this also, we have seen only two things, right? Maybe first one, last one. There may be chances that I'm interested in knowing first to top three subcategories. Okay, there may be chances that I am interested in knowing what to call it as first three subcategories. Okay, accessories I want it, but those should be what to call it as top three accessories, or maybe last three, like this, some sort of formats. So in that particular case, what we can try to do is we can try to bring what to call it as, I'll remove all those things. Okay, now,
Sir, sir,
yes,
any card for the any subcategory, so you get the drag the select subcategory into the area,
huh,
then select the card,
huh,
then click on the respective subcategory.
yes,
Automatically, that card is mapping to respective
yes,
subcategory.
yes. So it will simply map. I have removed everything, I think. Yeah, it's coming back. Just a second. Yeah, you see here. So I'll name this one first. Okay, this one last. Like this, there may be chances, right? I'm interested in knowing what is my first subcategory, what is my tables, or what is the country. Some details you need. Simply click on that particular card. It will tell me, okay, so in my accessories is my first subcategory, tables is my second category, or the total count. Like this, we will be able to display the data on the card. Okay, so text data is getting displayed over there. So what I want to do is, I have only two default options, that are these two things. Okay, first and the last. But sometimes what happens is, even I want top three or top five or bottom five, like this, some analysis also I want to know. I'm interested in knowing what are the top three subcategories, let's assume like this. So for that, what we can try to do is, you just create a card, maybe whether it is first subcategory I have created. So what I'll do is, I'll simply go to one important picture, that is nothing but called as filters. Now the filters will come into the picture. Okay, so in filters we'll talk more about the filters, but I just want a small thing to discuss over here regarding the filters also here. So filters,
On clicking on the left hand side, any of the subcategory is mapped to that card.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, now you see the filters. In the filters, what I'll try to do is just click the card, and here you can see here filters on the visual. So this is actually our visual, right? So this is our visual. So what I'm saying, I'm gonna apply the visual on this particular card, right? So what type of visual do you need? So for this particular card, what I need, I want top three accessories. Let's assume like this. So just click on the filter on this visual. So if you want this filter on the visual means, okay, just click on the visual. You can see the default, it is available on the filter. So there is an option called as add data fields here. So what type of data fields you want to add? Simply add subcategory into this. Okay, now you see when we have added subcategory into this one, so filter type is the basic filtering type is there. So what I can try to do is, these are the different advanced filtering technique, basic filtering technique, and top end filtering technique. So I'll just go with the top end. We'll talk about those with an example. So when I have chosen top end, show item, top or bottom, I'm choosing top three. Let's assume that I want top three. on what parameters you want, maybe chances that I may need based on my sales. Okay, so on the sales, I'll add by value, and we have to make sure that we have to apply the filter. Okay, so now what had happened, you can see my first subcategory, okay, was accessories actually. So in the accessories, right, the top three, okay, on which one, see all these accessories, appliances, art, binders, cook case, chairs, all these things are there. So in this, I'm just interested in knowing, okay, now top third, I mean, which is the accessory which has sold almost 3 and above. So in that particular case, it is giving me answer that yeah, it is nothing but the sales. Okay, the top sales, I mean the top 3 sales out of that is the chair. Okay, so in this way, in the background itself, the analysis had happened. We are not doing anything. Okay, so previously the subcategory accessory was alphabetically orderly, it was showing to me, but that was not actually what I really needed. But what I needed, I just want, okay, chalo, in all my subcategories, what is the category where it was in the top 3, or maybe even you can change here. Okay, maybe top 10, apply the filter. Okay, so in the top 10, accessory is there. Like that, you can try to bring the filtering techniques into the picture. Even you can go to the bottom, and in the bottom one, apply the filter. Okay, fasteners are there. In this way, what to call it as, we will be able to use this particular cards. And even if you want to rename this first subcategory into some highest sellings or some other name, okay, now simply this is a sales actually, so simply click on this rename. Okay, so okay, highest sales, you can see now. Simultaneously, if you want to bring, you can bring another what to call it as card. Even I want to know the top these 3 things, what to call it as I'll add accessories, and at this time, okay, subcategory, top n, top 3, or whatever it is our wish, whether we want top 3 or top n or top 1. Okay, the top, maybe toppest 1, profit 1 I want. This time I am not interested in what to call it as sales. I just want to know what is the toppest sale that had happened based on my profit. Okay, I just want subcategory, this particular on this, which one was the top first category. Okay, maybe this time I'll take profit. It is saying me that the copiers are the top first this thing. So it depends upon my filtering technique, whichever I apply. Like this. And even you know now how to change the colors and all the stuff, you can do, you can play with it. Okay, so that's about what to call it as bringing cards into the picture. Okay, most profitable we have seen, right? Even I can bring some graphs. Okay, the basic graph, I brought the basic graph over here. Okay, and in this particular basic graph, what I'll do is let me define category and maybe on the sales. Okay, you can see in the technology, specifically I'm talking now on the technology, what is the highest sales, and in the category, what is the highest this thing. In the highest sale is furnishing, and the profitable is chairs, and office appliances highest sale is fasteners, and what to call it as highest profitable is paper, the first one. Like this, we can try to mingle with some other things also. So this about the cards. The cards will be, I mean, it is nothing but small. We can get more information from it. Okay. Now here we have seen only what to call it as, every time whenever we are talking, you might have observed clearly that only one particular field we were talking. Okay, one particular means only that particular card I was able to get only the first one, but there may be chances that I want top three. See, we have seen the top first one, top third one, top nth one, we have seen it. But now there may be chances that I am interested in top three, or maybe I'm interested in so and so. So in that particular case, we can try to bring the concept of multi cards into the picture. Okay. So we have another card that is nothing but called as here multi-row cards. Okay. So this is the representation of multi-row card. So multi-row cards simply, even they look like what to call it as tables only, but we can work more with those particular multi-row cards. Now, suppose example, for this multi-row card, I'll add fields, maybe the subcategory field. First, I'll add it. You can see almost all the fields, subcategory fields, I got it. Now there may be chances that I'm interested in bringing profit also into the category. Okay. You see, accessories, some of the profits is this. For appliances, some of the profit is this. Hierarchy we have created. Okay. So now I just want to know maybe what to call it as, maybe sales or profit, whatever it is there. So whatever the subcategory, I have almost 17 fields, right? If I bring tables, okay, I'll just convert this into a table and I'll show. Okay, so this is how the table look like, right? So this is about accessories, profit. But now what I'm going to do is I'm converting that into the multi-row, and here there may be chances that I'll add another two things and I'll show it. Okay, profit I think we have already added. No, this is okay. Yeah, this is card. So in this subcategory, where is the profit? Profit, sorry, not here. Profit, sales, maybe quantity. Okay, so in the subcategory accessories, sum of the profits is this one, sum of the sales is this one. Yeah, quantity is not added. Maybe I'll add the quantity also. Okay, so sum of the quantity is this one. So these are what to call it as multi-row cards, where you can try to display all those things. Sometimes what happens is even it looks like table or something like that, but you really don't want the entire data. Maybe we'll talk about only these two fields. I'll remove all these things. It will be a little bit confusing. Okay, this is multi-row card. Let me increase values. Okay, so now accessories, appliances, all 17. I don't want all the 17. I just want only the top three, what to call it as top three accessories I want it. Okay, so now the same story, what we can try to do is you can simply go to the filters. Okay, already we have here sum of profit is sorry, here add data field. Okay, so in this add data field, what you can try to do is you can bring sales or something into that. Okay, advanced filtering type. remove this. Yeah. Top 10, maybe top 3 I'll bring. Add fields maybe based on the sales, apply filter. Okay. So I have only machines means subcategory only one. Profit also it is there. In this way, what I can try to do is I can try to bring as many as maybe top 3 or maybe, okay, so things into the picture. Now here, what may be the added point is, previously we have seen only one thing, that is nothing but only one particular this thing, or what to call it, as only one particular column. I mean, in the subcategory only one. Here we can see more than 1, 2, and so on. It depends on our requirement. Okay, the top 3 or something. It depends upon your filter, whatever the filter that you are giving. Maybe if I bring profit, apply filter. Okay. So in this way, we can try to bring the things. Even you can add. Okay, I'll do one thing. Again, I'll do this. I'll go to the subcategory. Where is the profit? Okay, this is there. Change it. Okay, and now click on this. Open 3. Okay. Now I'll bring some pie chart. Okay. So in the pie chart, we'll bring maybe smaller data will take. Region will be the best option. As usual, values, sales. Okay. Now you can see here in the Western region, okay, the top 3 profit things. Okay, accessories, binders, and copiers. I think I'll make a little bit bigger. Okay, see, on the East region, if I click on the East region, binders, copiers, and phones are the top 3 things. Maybe if I'm choosing the Central, accessories, copiers, and phones. Like this, you can try to see the, you can try to bring even multi-row cards with some other interactions, and you can check it. Okay, so that's about the cards. I'll stop cards over here. I'll go to one of the interesting thing, because whenever the cards are coming, we need to have some sort of knowledge on filters actually. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the filters, see, this is my blank page actually. So in the blank page, you can see my filters option over here. I have 2 things only: filters on the page and filters on all pages. Okay, so these are only the 2 options, right? So now there may be chances that whenever I bring some new thing, maybe suppose example, if I'm bringing a pie chart over here, now you can see I have not, okay, let me add some data into that and show. Okay, so now let's assume that some data I have added over here. Now, when I click on this particular visual, then filter on this visual also will come into the picture. Okay, so the filters, defaultly we have filter on the page as well as filter on all the pages. Along with that, filter on visuals is also available. So filter on visuals will be available whenever there is some visual on your, what to call it as, some sort of visual is available on your page, right? So if I'm clicking outside, you can see filter on this page. If I'm clicking on the visual, I'm getting filter on the, sorry, filter on this visual. Okay, so that's about the filter. Now let's go with one by one and we'll try to see how to set filters and all the stuff. Anyway, we might have already seen one of the filter, that is nothing but how to add filter on that particular visual. So this is our favorite one. So now let's take region and sales. Okay, so now this is the what to call it as, we are gonna bring visual. So whenever this particular visual is there, okay, it is saying in the west region the sum of sales is 725.15. Some data representation is there. So now I don't want the overall. There may be chances that I want to have filters based on the category, or maybe some specific region or some specific thing. Then what I can try to do is, now let's say category wise we'll see. Okay, so in the category there is an option, click that and go to only the visual, because now whatever the changes that are there only for this particular visual. Okay, we don't want for the entire page. Okay, so this you can see here. Okay, simply category add over here. Okay, now the filter has come: basic filtering technique, advanced filtering technique, top end filtering technique. We have already seen top end. Now basic means this is a basic. You can see based on the furniture. Okay, so in the category what is there, we have only furniture, office supplies and technologies, right? These are only the three category things are there. See, I just want to have information only on one category, that is furniture. So furniture on the west region, furniture on the east, furniture on the central, and furniture on the south. Maybe technology you want it. Okay, so only on the technology if you are interested. Then you can see on the south. Okay, you can click on the pane or you can click wherever you are interested. So this is nothing but what to call it as setting filter on that particular visual. Okay, see now there is another option down, require single selection. So single selection means, okay, you can see here. Previously, if I don't take this, I can choose multiples. See in the category furniture and office supplies. Okay, in the east region is this one. Like that it is saying. In the west region is this one. 473498 something. Okay, so sometimes if you want multiple options to select, you can go with that. If you don't want multiple option, there may be chances that you are interested only in a single options. Then what you can do is require single selection. Okay, you can click on furniture only one at a time. Okay, so the category is technology, category is office supplies, category is this way. If you want to remove this filter, simply okay, clear filter, finish. You can remove the filter also. Okay, so this is how we can try to apply the filters, right? So what means, so this is a basic pie chart where I have represented region and sum of sales. Now I just want to have some other things onto the maybe on the state wise. Okay, specifically I am interested in knowing in California, okay, in the west region. Okay, so maybe some other things. Okay, now anyway these regions are depending on this. Okay, lower what happens like this, how much sales are there. Okay, so in this way you can try to select the basic options. Okay, see accessories, appliances. In the west region, how many what to call it as subcategory accessories are there, like that it's up to the users. Even you can bring other things like what we have done in region sales. Now in the category wise also I'll bring. I can add another filter in the down. Okay, you can see here. Now the based on technology wise and accessories, right? See on the technology I'm choosing and the accessories, copiers, machines and phones. Defaultly, we can try to apply as many as filters on that particular visual. Okay, so that's about what to call it as filtering on the. Okay, if you don't want filter, suppose I have applied some filter over here, you can simply click on this remove filter. Okay, so this is a basic pie graph, that's it. Now another important thing that is also there, filter on visuals is done. Now the filter on page also is very important. Filter on page means, uh, you see, maybe this is one graph, region and sum of sales is there. Now I'll remove sum of sales and I'll bring profit over here. Okay, so this is sum of profits specifically by region. Now what I'll do is I'll add another one more thing that is nothing but I'll add, yeah, just a second.
Music.
Okay, so I have something called as sum of profits by region I have chosen, and another thing that also I have chosen, segments and sum of region. Okay, so in both we have one thing that is nothing but common sales is available. So what I will do this time is, okay, see if I choose this, it was previously on the visual. Okay, now I'll just click on the page somewhere in the blank, and then I'll try to bring just. Okay. Now click on this add data fields filter on this page. Okay. So what we are going to do is maybe something will take based on the category. Okay. So we'll try to make sure that based on the category, how those particular filters can be applied. Okay. Now see, if I'm specifically choosing this thing in I mean, in the entire page, furnitures in the segment consumer, we have total number of sales is this one. For home office, this much. And even that is also reflected in the region wise also. So in the central region or whatever it is there, in both the ways you can try to check it. Or even in based on only the technology, okay, and okay, based on the technology. So this is my in the western region. Sum of the profit is this much, and the segment is this much, like this. It depends, right? So in this way, we can try to bring what to call it as pictures into the case. Okay. So for the specifically corporate office, now home, I mean entire segment, it is happening, right? Consumers means okay, fine. Consumers means okay. So this is the total. In this way we can try to bring I mean filters on the what to call it as pages. Now another interesting is also there, that is nothing but filters on the different pages. See, on the visual it's okay, and if I have two visuals I can add only on the what to call it as specific page. Then we will be going with another thing that is nothing but called as means I'll show with the example I have already that. So filter on the page we have done. Yeah, filter on all the pages. All the pages means here, see, I have pages P1 and P2. Okay, I'll be creating two pages, right? So in the P1, some category sales is there, one graph is there, and another graph, some bar graph is also there, subcategory and the sales is there. And in the P2 category sales, like this, some data is available with me. Okay. So now what happens is when I apply filter on one specific page, it has to be sure that in both the pages, maybe in the page 1 and page 2 also, the reflections has to happen. Okay. So we'll see that. So in the this I'll rename it P1. P11 I'll rename. I'll bring another one, rename P22. Okay. So in the P11, what I'm going to do is I'll simply create a basic table, and in this table I'll try to add category and sales. Okay. Change the values. Column headers also I'll change. Okay. And in P2, I'll bring some bar chart. And this time I'll add again x-axis subcategory, and in the y-axis I'll bring sales. And this will be good. Okay. Now I'll apply filter over here. I'll take category, filter on all pages. Okay. So based on only the furniture, okay. I mean, maybe we know how to apply filter on this page, right? So the same concept I'm doing, but this time I have applied filter on all the pages, right? So pages in the sense it is not only P1, P2. Wherever the category is there, seventh page. Okay, so wherever the category is there, everywhere it will reflect. Maybe on the page, maybe on the other page. Okay, even suppose if I have on this, I'll bring the same bar graph here, and subcategory and sales I'll bring. Okay, so if I click on furniture, okay, so on the furniture subcategory, whatever things are there, chair, tables, bookcase, furnishing, these are activated. And the same story, it comes to this also. Okay. On the technology. Okay. Now, simply I'm selecting furniture, you see. Okay. So this is only the furniture on this page and only the furniture on this page. In this way, the reflections can be done. Okay. So if you want, you can remove this here. Okay. So once again, I'll show you. See this anyway, we know, right? On the page, how to do. Okay. See now what I have done on the page P1, category and sum of sales is there. And in the P2, we have sum of sales and subcategory. In the vertical graph, I have represented. Now, whatever the things that I'll do in one specific page, okay, I can even try to represent on all the pages. See, wherever the data, whether it is useful or not, that. So this is one of the disadvantage in this also. Filters on all the pages means what happens whenever we click on some furniture. So wherever the furniture is there, okay, let me show you this example also here. Yeah, first of all, let's apply the, what to call it as filter. So for applying what we have taken here, add filter. There is a category, add filter. Okay, so I have added on all the pages. So whenever I say furniture, okay, so in P1 furniture is there, and even P2 only the furniture thing is activated. If I go with office supplies, I'll get it. And even P11 also you can see office supplies. If I say technologies, in P2 also technologies. Okay, requires one single selection office, you can see your office supplies. Now, even we have some disadvantage over here also, right? So what happens is, I don't know whether I have the data or not somewhere. Yeah, in the sum of sales here also it is happening. You see here, page number 3, already some data is there. I don't know what was that data, but some data is available with me. So here what happens in the technology, in the P11, I'm saying that I want only the technology related. So I got it. Simultaneously, you see here in the page 3 also only the technology type related things where we have the category technology is there. So this is filters on all the pages, right? So even what happens is, if you are working on a single platform, then definitely nothing will happen. But when we are doing like this, like the cross things and all the stuff, definitely here also reflections is happening. Okay, so you have to make sure that that particular type of filters means, I mean, when we have more, okay, like if I take example of some students attendance in first semester, attendance in second semester or third semester. So if I want to change in one particular thing, definitely it reflects in another and all the stuff like that. We have to make sure that exactly in which particular case we are using. So that's about okay. Fine. So how to overcome that particular problem? I mean, I just don't want, or maybe there may be chances that I want to go from, see, I was in the page 4, sorry, page 2 previously, and I'm suddenly working on page 1. Now what happens is I want to go back to the page 1. Like that, there may be chances like, okay, I just want to move from one page to another. So previously everything we are moving, but in this time I want only in one particular case to another particular case. In the, thank you. ఓహో మిస్టేక్ చేసేసిన ఈ పేజెస్ అన్ని మళ్ళీ ఇవన్నీ వేరే డాక్యుమెంట్లో యాడ్ చేసేసిన. ఇక్కడ నుంచి షార్ట్ లిస్టెడ్ క్యాండిడేట్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి వేరే డాక్యుమెంట్లో యాడ్ చేసేసిన.
అది మిస్ అయింది సార్, అది చూసినాను నేను, అందుకే మీ దగ్గరకు వచ్చినాను.
ఇక్కడ ఉంది,
మరి ఎట్లా ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ
చేసిస్తావా సార్? హలో 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 మళ్ళీ చేయండి అదే ఫైల్. Okay, so I just want to move from one particular page to another particular page. Okay, so in that case what we will do is let us take one example. Here we will be creating 3 pages like P4, P5 and P6. Some data is there, we are not bothered about what type of data and all this stuff. Okay, so I just want to use the concept of drill through. Okay, so what we can try to do is here in the page 4, you see in the page 4 I have created one particular bar graph where that particular bar graph is giving me the information on category and sales. Okay, so I have represented based on the category and sales, and simultaneously another pie chart is also represented. So in this particular pie chart I have talked about sales by the region. Okay, so category and sales is one thing and the region and sales is one thing in the page 4. And now in the page 5, some tables I have represented, subcategory and sales, and segment and sales. And in the P6, customer names with sale, city with sales, some data is there. So now what I want to do is, so whatever the data or wherever I just want to have, I have to use the concept of, see, first go to any page. Okay, maybe I'm in the some page P5, on a page, on a regular white page. What you do is, there is an option called as drill through. Okay, you have to activate it. Okay, right, you see here activation. I'll show in my another example here. Okay, see, sorry, cross report on. Okay, you have to make sure that that is on. That's it. Drill through, you have to make sure that it is on in nature. Okay, or maybe if you want to add some filter to this, there may be chances that I'm interested in adding some filter. So what you can try to do is, maybe suppose example, I just want to add category. So filter add here. Okay, used as category, right? So when you make sure that you add this one, okay, and you go to some any bar chart or something, and you can check from here. Okay, so what we'll do is, we'll bring 1, 2, 2, 3 pages. In the first page, we'll simply bring some bar graph, will bring. Okay, and in this particular bar, I already said you that we'll add some category and sale. Okay, where is the category and sale? Okay, and in the second one, we'll bring a table, and in this subcategory and sales. Okay. Even if you want, we'll bring one more table here, where this will give me the segment level cases also. Okay, segment and sales. Okay, and in the third one, we'll bring another table, and in this time we'll bring customer name and sales. And let me add one more table here. I'll bring this time city and sales. Okay, now I have pages. Now let's see how to drill between these pages. Okay, so what we will do is, in any one page, okay, any one page, either 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, in 1, 1, click on this category. I'll add it. Cross reports also, if you want, you can add it. Okay, so now once you add this filter here, okay, so wherever the category is there, okay, category is available in first page. So what happens, you simply see here. Okay, so on the category, drill through option has come, right? So if I'm not using filter over here, okay, if I remove this filter, okay, see, simply, right, the filter is not, filter, okay, category, simply go to that, and to which pages you want, whether you want to go to page 22. From here, whenever you click on the category, maybe you want to go to some page, right? We have already said that I want to go to page number 22, right? So simply select like that. Okay. Now for page 3 also, we'll make sure something, add category over here. Okay, we'll go back to page 1. So you can see whenever drill through is there, 33. It means what happens? So now I am in page 11. If I click on technologies, okay, so I just want that technology data somewhere here, other visualizations. Okay, so now what happens is whenever I go back, okay, see, only on the technologies on page 22 I have applied. So for the specific technologies, I'll increase this. Okay, only on the technologies, what happens? Accessories, copiers, machines, and phone machines has been done. Segments also consumers, how much corporate and home office. Okay, so suppose if I'm talking about furnitures. Okay, so now I have not drilled through anything over there. So if I drill through here, drill through 22. Okay, what happens if I click on the furnitures? If I go to 22, bookcase, chairs, furnishing, and tables will be available. So this is how we can try to drill through from one page to another page. Okay, only make sure that you have to activate the drill through for all the cases. I mean, you may choose one specific category or some need, whatever the thing that you are interested. Okay, so now suppose example, I have not set any drill through this. Okay, office supplies. Okay, so nothing changes will be there. Whatever the previous one is there, those things will be available. Okay, so that's about what to call it as drill through option. Okay, we'll talk about drill through more when I take the next example. So that's about today's first session topics, right? How to create the number cards, text cards we have seen. Okay, so date cards I'll skip for right now, and multi-row cards you can go on. We have seen how to create visualizations on a single page, multiple page.
Sir, once
Sir,
can you repeat how to link that page?
how to? I'll elaborately take one more example. Okay,
Right, sir.
yeah, I'll take another example and I'll talk more about it. Okay, so filters on all. This is what actually we have gone through that. Okay. So even why I'm skipping this is, you see, the problem moving from one page to another can be reduced by drill through, but still there is a problem unless and until if I am not matching one page to another page. Maybe I'll finish up here itself once. I'll go with a new topic there. First of all, let me remove all my filters there. Yeah. See, now I don't have any drill through options here. See, technology, if I'm clicking, okay. So I'm not bothered about it. All the accessories are there, right? So all the consumers, corporate office, how much it is there, the same options I'm getting. I don't have any change in my data, right? So suppose example, what happens is whenever I click on the technology, only technology related subcategory I want it, and segments I want it, or maybe even on the third page also I want only customers we have purchased for the technology and specific city also. If I want that type of thing, then what I can try to do is I have created this particular graph, and what I'll try to do is we'll try to bring the concept of okay. So already drill through on P11 is there somewhere. Okay, I'll remove that. Okay. See, I don't have drill to. I'm not able to move from one page to another, right? So now what I want to do is I just want to move from one. So not move in the sense, if I select some change here, everywhere I want to go and everywhere the changes has to reflect like filters on the pages, right? So what I'll do is I'll make sure that I'll apply the category selections on page 22. So whenever I click category on page 11, the same thing has to reflect on here. So I'll go to the category and I'll bring on the, what to call it as, keep all filters. Okay, finished. Simultaneously on 30, okay, 33 page also, the category I'm applying. It means that, what is the meaning of that? If I click on the category here, okay, I can drill through to page number 22 and page number 23. See, if I remove this filter from here, page number 33, and you can see here, okay, I can drill through only, simply select on this, okay, only on the 22. So the movement is not there, drilling is not there. So if you want it, you can simply add whatever the thing that you want it. So now if I go back, okay, drill through. Okay, now whether I want to page 22 or not, see, you see, I'm going to the page 22. If I'm saying I want to go to page 33, sorry, I can go. Okay, and if I want specific changes also, only the technology related changes I want it, that anyway I'll have, right, with the movements based on the pages which have filters on the pages. But the drill through is nothing but, you can see how the movement is happening. Okay, whenever I click on this, there may be chances that I want to go to the page 33. Even I can bring other things also. Suppose example, if I want to go to page 2. So what I'll do is, here I'll bring the concept of drill and add here. Okay, so now what happens on 11, if I click on this, and if I'm interested in going to page number 3, I can go there also. Simply click on this, drill through page number 3. Okay, so this is nothing but movement from one to another. Okay, simply only thing is, make sure that, okay, here add drill through fields. So to, on what category you want, you can make sure that. Okay, so that's about
Okay, sir.
yeah, that's about the filters and all the stuff, because this filters really plays a vital role whenever we are doing. This is only the showstopper of what to call it as Power BI also. Okay, so we'll take, sir, can I take some 10 minutes break?